everybody, welcome back to A Sweet Journey. I'm Sonya, also known as Sweets, and today I wanted to do a part 2 of the 60 seconds with Sonya that I did yesterday, because I feel like I chopped the message up so much that what I was trying to convey was kind of lost. And so I apologize. I haven't read any notes about it, but I just thought this would be a good time for me to just explain specifically what I meant and kind of close that out, because I think that's important. So when I went outside and I saw the flowers on the tree, I had this huge sigh of relief, because we've been quarantined. People are losing their job. People are reporting that people that they know are sick and or dying. It was really concerning and stressful. And I told you all a little while ago that I've been having some challenges sleeping. And so all of that anxiety, and I'm not a person who's prone to being anxious. And so all of that anxiety just kind of built up to something that was weighing on me, I think weighing on my mind, and really ultimately like on my health. And so I go and I just decide I'm going to take a moment. I look out of the window and there's flowers on these trees, and the sun is shining and it's beautiful, and the birds are chirping. Literally, the birds are just chirping away, and it's gorgeous. And I have this moment of like, are we on the other side of it? Like, did this happen? Oh my gosh. And then the next day, and maybe a day or two after, it snowed. And I'm talking like not just the little bits of, no, we had snow, and it was inches of snow. And I look back out of this window and I see these beautiful white flowers covered in this heavy, thick snow. And I realized very quickly how that made me feel. And it made me feel like, okay, no, like we're not past this. Like this is still a thing. And just from that, not because I heard some other news story or anything like that. So whenever I think about seasons, I often think about seasons of our life. Like sometimes we have a pattern of things that happen, and sometimes it's really great. Like we have this great season where everything is going really well. And then sometimes we have a season where things are going really poorly. And then sometimes, which is what I ran into this week, is sometimes there's a mixing of the seasons, and you have a little bit of both. You have really great things happening, and then you have some things that are not that great. And my thought in all of it is that at the end of the day, God is in control of it all. It doesn't matter what it looks like. And my attempt at encouraging everybody is that at the end of the day, and this is really specifically like when people deal with depression and things like that, at the end of the day, there's something on the other side of whatever the worst thing is that's happening. There's something on the other side. And for me, I think to date, the worst thing that has ever happened in my life, and I talk about it all the time because it impacts me in that way. Worst thing ever happened in my life was my mom died. And I could not see beyond like the fact that I could not talk to my mom ever again. And I experienced a sadness that I had never experienced ever. I felt lost. And I tell a lot of people I felt homeless. Like my home was gone, because I felt like anywhere my mom was, that was home. And so that was a really dark season of my life. And I went through and I did some different things, but at the end of the day, God was in control of all of it. And now I can talk about her, and I look back on the memories that I had with my mom, and sometimes I do little things. Like I told this young lady the other day, I was like, I'm gonna send you a little change for the boys. And that's my mom. My mom would always, she'd send $100 and say, I'm gonna send you a little change just so you could be okay in college, right? And so little things like that remind me of her. And so what looked very bleak, what looked really discouraging, like that flower that was covered in this very heavy snow, indicating that no, sorry, winter is still here. It's not all the way spring yet. You're in Colorado. It could snow on the 4th of July. You never know. But at the end of the day, the big message behind it is don't let a temporary thing that you're dealing with dictate how you will be moving forward. Go through the pain of it, go through the sadness of it. I was disappointed in seeing the flowers. Now it is a beautiful day. The snow is melting. The flowers are coming back into full bloom on the trees. And so I encourage you to take every season like that. I encourage you to consider that things happen and they're sad. And sometimes it feels like this is it. There's no getting beyond that. But there really is. And I keep thinking of the song, and I don't want to be cheesy, but I keep thinking of the song like the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar. It will. And that's the space that I choose to be in. And it helps me. It helps me have good days. It helps me to be a light to other people. And so I encourage you to do the same. I encourage you to take all of the seasons of your life into account. And I bet you can think back to something really great, a season that was really good in your life. And then I'm sure you can think of some seasons that were not as good. And I just want you to think about the transitions that have happened. And just know that it all works together for good. Somehow it all just mixes up together and it works together for our good. So appreciate the seasons of your life, even if you have flowers that have snow on them, because it's spring and winter at the same time. Even if your life looks like that, just know that it's going to be okay. That is the message that I wanted to convey in my 60 seconds with Sonya. And I am glad that you came back today. Please subscribe if you have not already. I'd love a thumbs up if this is content that you are pleased with. And leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you all. All right? Thank you for stopping by. Bye.